this is MJ, and in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make these puff stitch face scrubbies. The yarn that I'm using is Dishie cotton from WeCrochet, and I have these beautiful colors that I've chosen for this project. I loved combining different color combinations, but you could totally go ahead and make them in a solid color or do your own favorite color combos, really whatever you want. So I've used a total of 3 colors for each. You could even go to 4, but I've done the first and second round the same. Really just get creative with your own color patterns. The hook that I'm using for this pattern is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and this is a Furls streamline hook. To start off, we're going to make a magic ring. So wrap the yarn around your index finger 3 times. We're going to take our hook, slide it through all 3 loops, grabbing your first loop and pull it through. I'm going to now chain 1. We're going to make 6 puff stitches in the ring. So we're going to yarn over, go through, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull up a loop. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yarn over, pull through, and chain 1. So we're going to yarn over, go through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yarn over, pull through, and chain 1. Yarn over. I like to count as I go that I have 5, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through, chain 1. And you really have to make sure you keep that loose as you work, or it will be so hard to pull through all those loops. Okay, so now I have 3, and I'll just make 3 more so that we have a total of 6. Okay, so we're finishing with the chain 1. Now what we're gonna do is push your work out of the way so you can see those loops. Take your tail, you're gonna start pulling it. It's only gonna pull 1 loop in. I want you to take the loop that's pulling in. You're gonna give it a tug. Tug it as tight as you can. Then take your tail and pull, and that should pull it in tight. And then we're going to slip stitch in the top here to join. Okay, and now we're going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space. Chain 1. And now we're going to work 2 puffs in every chain space around. So let's make our first puff. Remember, we're going through and picking up 5 times. 1, and you can always double check your loops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Chain 1, and we're going to go back down into that same space. And the most important thing is that you keep this loose, or it will be so difficult to pull through all those loops. Chain 1. Okay, and then now we'll skip over to the next chain 1 space. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, pull through, chain 1, and back down through the same space. Okay, I made that loop a little too big. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to work all the way around. Okay, so now we're going to slip stitch to join. And we can fasten that color off. Unless you want to continue in the same color, then just go ahead. Otherwise, we'll fasten that off. You now have 12 puff stitches So in every chain 1 space around, you should have worked 2, so we doubled up. So we now have 12. Then you can join in with your next color. I like to just go join over in the next chain 1 space. So let's pull that into our chain 1 space. We're just gonna chain 1. And now we'll work 1 puff in the first chain 1 space. Yarn over, pull through, chain 1. Now we're going to skip over, and in the next chain 1 space we're going to add 2. Yarn over, pull through, chain 1, and we'll work another puff in that same space. Chain 1. So the repeat pattern will be 1 in the next, which is the 2 that are really squished together. And then the next space, which you'll find you'll have more room because it's between the puffs we doubled up, you'll do 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way around. So we're increasing another 6 puffs. So we're going from 12 to 18 on this round. So let me just go through the next one again with you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, chain 1. And again, if you're really struggling to get through, you really want to make sure you pull up on each of those loops that when you're drawing through, and it's going to help make it easy. You shouldn't be struggling to make that puff. So as long as you get the right technique, make sure you're pulling up, pull up 2, pull up 3, pull up 4, pull up 5, and then yarn over, pull through. Okay, so just keep practicing until you get a good rhythm so that you're not struggling with those puff stitches. Okay, so I've worked that all the way around. I'm ending with 2 and I've chained 1, and we're going to slip stitch it going through those 2 loops. Okay, slip stitch to join. Then we can fasten this off. Okay, and then we're going to add our next color. I think I'm going to go with the light blue, the mint. And I'll have a link in the description box for the yarn and the colors and everything that I've used. Dishie has so many great colors, so you can really have fun playing with your own combinations. Okay, so now I'm going to go over again to the next space. We're going to join in again. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to work a puff. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that looks kind of off. I'm going to start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, pull through, chain 1. Okay, and this time the repeat pattern will be 1, 1, and then 2 in our bigger space. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and so on all the way around. So we're again increasing another 6 stitches. Okay, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, and now we'll do 2 in that next space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, and then going right back into that same space. Yarn over, pull through, chain 1. Okay, so we're just going to repeat that pattern now all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you up at the end. Okay, so I'm finishing up here, and instead of chaining 1, we're just going to fasten it off. Okay, and I'm going to show you how we're going to join this. with a seamless join, which is basically going to make a little faux stitch that's going to look like the chain one. So it's going to blend right in. So get your yarn on your hook. We're going to go under both of those loops. We'll pull that, and then we're going to go through the back loop only. Okay, and then that is just going to make it look really seamless, and it's basically that little chain one. Now all you're going to do to finish off is weave in all of these tails. If you've worked it up in one color, you won't have much weaving to do at all. But if you have done it like me and used a bunch of different colors, you're going to have a little bit of weaving. It's a nice, easy thing to do just while you're watching TV. So it just uses, this pattern just uses a small amount of yarn. These are great little, either you could have them in the kitchen as little scrubbies. I like to use them as face scrubbies. I keep them handy. I usually sit my soap on top of them, even on the side of the tub, side of my sink in my bathroom. I love using these. So these are really fun. Granny squares are so popular right now, so I thought we'd go with a granny style look. So if you want to package these up as a gift, you could tie some string around them. You could also put in a bar of soap, get some twine, and just tie around. This would be great for birthday gifts, teachers gifts, home warming gifts, really anything. Great for markets, market seasons coming up. Like I say, you don't need to add the bar of soap, but just adding this and tying it up just makes a sweet little gift for really anyone. Anyone's going to appreciate or love these little handmade scrubbies. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tap the bell to stay updated on all my new videos and tutorials. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day.